What's going on, everyone? In today's video, I'm headed to Fin Feather and Fur in Boardman, Ohio, because I just got a new bow. All right, guys, I'm at Fin Feather and Fur in Boardman, Ohio. My man Lucian here is about to set up my bow. We're doing the works. String setup, peep, sight, everything, the whole 9 yards. We're gonna get this thing paper tuned up, shot, and we'll see how she's shooting. All right, folks, here it is, the new Mathews V3X for 2022. I've been shooting my Mathews Trial for the last 5 seasons, and I finally have found a reason to switch. I shot that bow like it was an extension of me, but now I have the opportunity with the new Mathews V3X that slims down your profile to actually use a quiver on my bow. So for the last 5 years, I've just used a belt quiver, and now with the new low profile design of this bow, I can use a quiver on my bow, and I'm happy with the profile. So I want to run down what I have this bow rigged out with for 2022. So I have made a bunch of upgrades, added a bunch of accessories that's going to make this bow even more enjoyable to shoot. I'll start real quick with the specs of the bow. This is the Mathews V3X 29, so I have the 29 axle to axle model. I'm a little bit shorter guy, so I like the shorter axle to axle. This bow holds like a 31, so the riser length is a little bit longer than what, say, my Mathews Trial at a 28 feels a lot smaller. I'm shooting a 65-pound mod in this. I did have it equipped with 70 pounds to start, but I quickly found out that the new Mathews mods are pulling about 4 or 5 pounds over their max weight. So 70-pound mods are going to pull at 74. So I switched them out for 65, and I'm now pulling about 69. So if you want 65 pounds, you might want to go with the 60-pound mod so you don't have to loosen up your limb bolts. So the first thing I do anytime I get a new bow is I immediately call a custom string manufacturer, and I replace the stock Mathews string. Pick your favorite custom string manufacturer. I actually had a hiccup within this process, and the string manufacturer didn't give me enough room to tie in my peep. So this is my second set of custom strings on this bow, but it works now. Also new for this year, I'm shooting a nose button, which really is going to help me with my anchor point. If you watched my North Dakota hunt last year, you saw the issue I had with getting my anchor point with that face mask on. So having a nose button on, I always run my mask below my nose. So as long as that nose button is on my nose, I'll know that I'm anchored properly. Right now I have the bow set up with the HHA Kingpin, which is probably not going to be the sight that gets the nod come hunting season. I do have the dialed Archery Arxos on order. When I get that in, I'm going to do a review on it as well. So just for the time being, I have the HHA Kingpin with the dovetail that goes right through the Mathews bridge lock. I'm shooting the Mathews Integrated Rest from QAD, the QAD Ultra Rest Integrate. One of the big things that stands out that you notice when you look at this bow is the titanium AeroBump. This is the AeroBump from Firenock. If you've never shot a titanium AeroBump from Firenock and you think your bow's dead in the hand, shoot this. It's something you have to feel to believe. It absolutely takes out all of the vibration from your hand. So the way this is set up, vibration moves linearly. So with this AeroBump, the design here has a 91-degree angle. So when the vibration from your string is put into this, it goes here and comes back at 91 degrees and comes down 91 degrees. So nothing is transferred into the riser, which is fantastic. So what happens to all the energy? It's put into your string, which is put into your arrow.
If you're somebody that's been following the XS brand over the last 7 years, that have been hung up on trying one of our reliable, dependable, and borderline bulletproof trail cameras, we got a special campaign just for you. Starting right now, you can trade in any working or non-working camera and save $75 off an Exodus Render. If you're not familiar with the Exodus Advantage, let me just tell you these 3 things. 5-year, no BS warranty, 5-year theft and damage coverage, and best-in-class customer service.
Now's the time to trade up and experience the Exodus Render. Do yourself a favor and click the link for all the details on how to claim these savings.
I also have this bow equipped with the Firenock Titanium Kit. So I swapped out all of the screws, all of the bolts on the bow, and swapped them out with titanium. Cuts down weight and also cuts down vibration. It's one of those things where you're like, it can't make that big of a deal. Trust me on this, it does. You have to shoot it for yourself. It's something that you just can't believe until you feel it. Also on this bow, I have the Stokerized SS1 Sidebar Stabilizer. What's really nice about this stabilizer is if you loosen up this set screw here, you can move this back or forward to balance out the weight differential from the bow. So this HHA Kingpin sight is like a pound. It's really, really heavy, and it's really front heavy. So I have this sidebar moved all the way to the back. Now, hopefully when I get my dialed sight, it's going to be a little bit different because this housing is going to be a little bit tighter to the riser, and I'll be able to play with this to get that balance correctly. A couple more accessories that I have this bow equipped with that I'm pretty excited about is this Jakt bow sling. So the bow sling is called My Sling-a-Ling. It's the only bow sling that you don't have to remove completely from your bow. So I have it equipped here with the wrist sling, attaches to a magnet. It's out of the way, it's slim. It's like it's not even on there when you're shooting. I'm shooting an entirely new arrow setup. So previously I was shooting an arrow that came in at 550 grains, and I actually ordered another set of arrows that came in at 596 grains. So I drank the Kool-Aid, and I was going super heavy, super high FOC, and I'm making a change. So this year I'm going to be shooting a lighter arrow. So this arrow is coming in at 417 grains with a 100 grain field tip or 100 grain broadhead. These are standard diameter shafts, so they're not micro diameter shafts. Going against the grain a little bit here, I really like the way these are shooting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot this arrow next to my old arrow, and you'll see that the trajectory is a ton better. I'll shoot this at 20 yards because this bow is sighted in for these at 20 yards. Chances are that's not going to even hit the target. So here we are. This is the new arrow setup for 2022, coming in at 417 grains. It's probably a little bit heavier now with the lighted nock, so probably around 425. For anyone that's curious, when I shot the new bow with the new arrow setup through the chrono at the shop, it was pushing 283. So here's the second arrow. This is last year's arrow, 596 grains, and we're here at 20 yards. Same point of aim. Let's see what the different point of impact is. So I'm gonna try to Robin Hood that arrow. So as you can see, same point of aim, the point of impact is 10 inches different at 20 yards. So downrange, when I get to 30, 40, 50 yards, this arrow would be in the dirt, while this arrow is right here in the heart where you want it.